All right, I've never gotten in the way of a good time, so I'm not going to do it right now. So I really appreciate your time and attention in listening to these wonderful pitches today. I'd also like to thank Sunstone as well for the invitation, and we're happy to be here and happy to be part of this event. My name is Bill Beverly. I am co-CEO and CTO and one of two co-founders of Evolectric. We are on a mission to enable and advance electrification of medium-duty commercial vehicles with less time and resources than it takes to create a brand new vehicle. Just last week on Friday, the EPA updated its regulation mandating, especially on heavy-duty trucks, that from 2035 onward, half of all future sales of those vehicles must be from a zero-emissions vehicle's powertrain. So the demand is apparent, and it's really driving a lot of innovation in this space. But if you take a deeper look at the manufacturers in this space, you'll find that the solutions are found wanting. They're just now getting interested and motivated to find their electrification journeys, specifically in the commercial vehicle space. So what did we do? What do you do when you find that the supply is underwhelming compared to the demand that's out there? You trust Evolectric to provide you solutions that can be deployed on the road today. So what we did is when we started Evolectric, we noticed that there's 335 million used vehicles already on the road today. It's a huge number of vehicles, a portion of which could be electrified very quickly with viable chassis and cab systems that are ready to be converted. In order for us to move fast on that overall market size, we developed a modular system of engineering technology that is able to adapt and integrate into many different makes, models, and years of vehicles with minimal changes, thereby preserving our ability to dig deep and strike hard. Our target customers are companies here in California and Latin America where there are favorable regulatory environments. And also we bring an entire ecosystem of unique business and finance models to the equation to make it as turnkey as possible. So there are three main things that we want to focus on here: our speed, our cost, and our a unique battery subscription model. So speed. Right now, it takes us about a month to convert each one of these trucks. By the end of the year, we're expecting to get that down to 2 weeks. By the end of next year, we need that down to 2 days, because 2 days translates to 1,000 units annually, which is $100 million ARR. So that is the magic number. And we do that through a certified installation partner network that we're building up. The second thing, cost. We start with a depreciated asset. These trucks are in service. They've been driving for 5 to 8 years. They're well maintained, well documented. They're perfectly viable for us to move quickly on electrifying from their diesel counterparts to the full diesel transformation. And also, we have direct supply agreements with our top-tier suppliers that are already developing these components for the mass automotive market. We're one of the first that can actually claim that we actually have direct supply agreements with CATLs, with Danas of the world directly, not through a distributor or a different party. And the third thing is our unique battery subscription, right? We're ex-battery people, as I'll tell you in a second. What that enables us to do is we take a data-based approach. We take the vehicle telematics and operational data. We're able to get behind that and explore how the battery is depreciating from the moment it's installed in the operation to the predicted end of its service life. We work with financial partners to get behind that, package that as a lease that we actually bring to the upfront sell, and be able to amortize that entire cost over a 10-year time frame for the benefit of zeroing out the upfront cost of the battery, which typically takes about 30 to 60% of the overall purchase price. So those three things make us incredibly unique in this space. We've done it with very, very small amount of capital, $1.7 million to date, 16 people. And as a matter of perspective, in the beginning of 2022, we developed a specification for our Class 4 and 5 solution. By the middle of the year, we had our MVP in the hands of our customers with gathering valuable feedback on the features and functions. And at CES this year, we demonstrated this technology as a preview of our product introduction of our Class 4 or 5 solution, which we're calling Circular EV. That vehicle has already been generating over 1,700 error-free miles in that pilot operation with our customer TCI in East Los Angeles. In that time as well, in the last year, we've also been able to develop partnerships with some of the largest food and beverage suppliers in the world, Anheuser-Busch InBev, obviously the parent company of Anheuser-Busch, but also Grupo Modelo. We currently have a pilot down in Mexico right now that leads to many more volume order at the end of that pilot. And then we also have a partnership with Coca-Cola for the same purpose, this one specifically in Texas, to electrify their maintenance trucks for their operation. We also have amassed an amazing amount of partners and learnings in this time frame, including our partners at Sunstone, who have not only invested in financial and much needed capital, but also unlocked a bunch of partnerships and key partners in this space for us. How do we do it? We have a team that knows how to do this and has been doing this Over 120 years of combined experience on the screen here. Myself and Jackson both came from a battery manufacturer that has since SPAC'd and been acquired by a large trucking organization. We had the benefit of looking 5, 10, 15 years into the future of electrification for each and every customer that came across the table, and knowing even then that their solutions were not going to meet the upcoming demand. So that planted the seed for us to start this organization and say, let's do it quickly. Let's exploit the fact that we can get in with a repower solution. You don't have to design something from scratch just to compete. The other people on this screen have also all had their hands on product development of an electrified solution that's currently operating and existing in the market today. So what is it that we actually do? We create a kit. One of two ways it gets integrated into the vehicle. If you have a large fleet, you're an AB InBev, for example, and you want to electrify en masse, then you are a retrofit customer of ours. We take that kit, we integrate that kit moving very, very quickly in your existing vehicles, get you back on the road, one-time revenue punch there. And then repower. If you're a small business and you're like, I can't afford to let you have one of my trucks to repower, why don't you find me one and I'll interject it into my operation. We have a partnership with a vehicle recycling manufacturing group that we can actually get our hands on a pipeline of viable, ready-to-be converted trucks that are end of their 5-7-year service life. We pipeline those into the conversion process, and we just add that kit to the same vehicle, the same process. The integration is exactly the same in each one of these business models. And then we enter a recurring business model, which comes down to, like I said, the battery leasing. That's a subscription on a monthly basis, and also fleet services. We're a data-backed organization, so data is very important for our business. And so what we do is offer fleet intelligence, service and maintenance, and then through partnerships, financing, insurance, and charging infrastructure. If you're unfamiliar with how this works, it takes a lot of money to build an EV from scratch, a whole bunch of money, hundreds of millions, if not billions of dollars. Why are we doing that? Why not take the existing vehicles that are on the road, interject advanced technologies into them as fast as possible, and use CARB's own regulations to make it totally legal to get them on the road? We're following everything that CARB has already told us we can do in the repower model. And then we access the same aftermarket system of suppliers that already exist to serve, and that's how we massify. Certified installation partners, certified installation network, the same service centers, Napa trucks, they end up installing our systems wherever the market demand exists. We're currently in the second stage of a seed round. We have raised about $1 million of the $3 million that we're currently trying to secure by the end of May. That is on a safe note. And so what we're planning to do with that is we're going to be scaling the organization, a few more key members of the organization, but some more advanced technology demonstrations, more pilots, and converting towards production by the end of this year, which is really led towards Series A. I'll just leave you with a couple of images here, and I thank you very much for your time.